One question that remains unanswered from The Mandalorian Season 1 is why does Moff Gideon truly want Baby Yoda? In Season 1 of The Mandalorian, it was very apparent that the Empire was determined to get their hand on the child. A new theory from a Redditor could explain Gideon's plan for Baby Yoda in The Mandalorian Season 2, and it involves bringing back a villain who's been overlooked for so long, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Thrawn was a Chiss male officer of the Chiss Ascendancy and Grand Admiral in the Imperial Navy during the Age of the Galactic Empire. An alien Imperial officer with striking blue skin, red eyes, and an angular face, Thrawn was best known as a brilliant and ruthless strategist. He believed that in order to achieve victory in war, one must know their enemy. As such, he dedicated himself to understanding philosophy, art, and culture of his opponents, which included the Twi'leks of Ryloth and the warriors of Mandalore. Despite his successful career, we've never seen him in live action. We hear about him in his series of self-titled books written by Timothy Zahn, who created the character in 1991. He has shown up in comics as well, but his most high-profile appearance was in Star Wars Rebels, which took place shortly after the events of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Just as Inverse correctly point out, Thrawn is one of the primary villains in Rebels, and the series ends with both him and the show's protagonist, Ezra Bridger, being teleported through hyperspace into the unknown regions. That's the last we've heard of either character in the Star Wars timeline. So as far as we know, Thrawn and Ezra are both lost somewhere in the unknown regions. Something that really stands out in the Thrawn book series is that the Chiss actually used Force-sensitive children to navigate hyperspace in real time. These younglings, who he refers to as Skywalkers, can see into the near future, making it possible to avoid objects by rerouting on the fly through unmapped outer space. So now we must ask the question, how is this relevant to The Mandalorian Season 2? By the time of The Mandalorian, young Force users are pretty rare, but we know of at least one, the child. That's where the theory comes in. One Reddit user on the Star Wars speculation subreddit stated that Moff Gideon wanted to use Baby Yoda to navigate through the unknown region to find Admiral Thrawn. Here, they would recruit him to rebuild the Empire. This might sound like pure fanfiction, but it is not as ridiculous as it may seem. After all, Ahsoka Tano is expected to make her live-action debut in Season 2, so it's totally possible that Thrawn could show up too. At the very least, Ahsoka may mention him, since the last time we saw the ex-Jedi, she was setting out to locate Ezra and Thrawn in the Rebels series finale. And even if Thrawn isn't involved at all, it's possible that Moff Gideon could be after Baby Yoda for similar reasons. After all, Thrawn isn't the only villain currently missing in action. As we learned in The Rise of Skywalker, Palpatine is still alive and hiding out in the unknown regions too, while The Mandalorian plays out. If Moff Gideon gets his hand on Baby Yoda, it could be a crucial first step in explaining what Palpatine was up to in the long gap between Return of the Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker.